Chapter 6327. Charlie smiled and said, "Your status is sensitive now. So don't go to places like the airport casually. You can arrange a royal vehicle to pick us up from the airport." Helena said respectfully, "Okay, Mr. Wade, everything will be in accordance with your instructions. Maria has the help of her adopted son Ethan, so she can leave the country without leaving any records." Charlie really didn't have this ability before, but now he can be regarded as following Maria. As long as Helena asks the country's customs to exempt the two people from the normal entry procedures, the two people will not leave any official records when they go to Northern Europe this time. In addition to not leaving any records of entry and exit, Charlie also plans to stay in Northern Europe for a few more days this time, because once the AI model is activated, it will begin to analyze the locations of the warrior's den from companies all over the world. If the results can be obtained quickly, he may directly follow the clues of the AI analysis to investigate, and he may not be able to come back in a short time. Therefore, for his family, Charlie did not want them to know that he was going abroad this time. And on the other hand, he also wanted to give them a shot at prevention, saying that he might be away for a long time this time. Therefore, in order to make everything seem more real, Charlie asked Orville to act out a play for him. In the evening, Charlie's family just finished dinner and sat on the sofa in the living room to watch TV. Since Jacob returned to work at the Calligraphy and Painting Association, his mental state has recovered a lot, and his smile has gradually returned. Although he lost the position of executive vice president, being able to go back is a very satisfactory result for Jacob. At this time, Jacob was making tea while a news program was playing on TV. After the male host finished reporting a piece of news, the female host next to him said, "This morning, the leaders of our city organized relevant departments to hold a special meeting to actively implement various support for the construction of Changjiang Automobile Super Factory in the city. The heads of the power, water supply, gas supply, transportation, and other departments have signed an order for the Changjiang Automobile Super Factory to be completed and put into production within 1 year." Jacob frowned and muttered in dissatisfaction, "It's Changjiang Automobile again. Why do they keep reporting it?" Elaine said casually, "Didn't they say it on TV? This is the largest single investment since the establishment of Oris Hill City. Such a big thing must be reported in the news for a while." Jacob was even more upset after hearing what Elaine said. He said depressedly, "I really can't understand it. Are the two families behind Changjiang Automobile blind? Why not find someone else to be the CEO? Find Pollard? He is a lousy professor. How can he manage such a big thing?" Elaine came to her senses and asked him quickly, "This Pollard is Mei-Ching's husband, right?" "Yes." Jacob became even more annoyed and said angrily, "I don't know what these rich people are thinking. They even invited the couple to the company. In order to avoid conflicts of interest, don't big companies even forbid romance? How can they let the couple work in the same company? I think they are so unprofessional, this will definitely not work." As he was speaking, the TV switched to a male announcer to report the next news. He said slowly, "Reporters learned today that the scientific research and education cooperation between Changjiang Automobile and major universities in Oris Hill has been launched. Today, the CEO of Changjiang Automobile signed a talent training and special technology scientific research exploration cooperation agreement with Oris Hill University. In the first phase, Changjiang Automobile will invest $30 million to jointly build a silicon carbide motor laboratory with the university." Let's have a look at the report sent back by reporters from Oris Hill University this afternoon. As the host finished speaking, the picture immediately switched to the conference room inside Oris Hill University. On the podium of the conference room, Pollard sat in the middle C position. Next to him was the president of Oris Hill University. When Jacob saw Pollard's high-spirited look on TV, he was disgusted, so he simply picked up the remote control to turn off the TV, picked up the purple clay teapot he used to make tea, and said, "The more I watch this TV, the more boring it is. Come on, drink tea, drink tea. As he said that, he poured 4 cups of tea in front of him. At this time, the doorbell suddenly rang. Jacob picked up one of the cups of tea and took a sip. Then stood up and said to the other 3, "You drink first, I'll go see who it is." After that, he quickly walked out of the living room. Recently, although Jacob was in a good mood overall, he could not read any news related to Pollard. In his subconscious, he was defeated by Pollard. And he was defeated miserably by him. Now he even lost his position as the executive vice president of the Calligraphy and Painting Association. But he became the CEO of Changjiang Automobile. This was like he accidentally fell halfway up the hill before he reached the top of the small dirt slope, while Pollard stood directly on the top of Mount Everest with a thunderbolt. The gap was simply a world of difference.